Good morning. It's Kia. I am just jumping on here on our Thursday morning for our Thursday morning live. And I'm so happy to be here with you this morning. I have a funny story. I don't know if you could tell how crazy my hair is right now. So I just was out for a walk, my morning walk with the dogs, and this amazing thunderstorm rolled overhead. And we had heard the thunder in the morning and, it had drizzled a little bit, but nothing much. And of course, when I'm out with the dogs, it just starts like big, fat thunderstorm raindrops coming down. And it was amazing. So for those of you who don't know, I live in a very hot, dry place during the summer. And this last week, it's been, over 100 degrees with really terrible air quality, especially in the afternoon and into the late evening, to the point where I feel like a cat has clawed down the inside of my throat and my chest is tight, and it's like, I just can't wait for this time of year to be over. And then having the storm blow through this morning, it was like this amazing, literally breath of fresh air. So I just stood under it and got completely soaked. And I come back and get all set up to start this live on my computer, and I pop up the video and I'm like, hey, look at that. My hair thought it was kind of crazy too. Just went bing. So yeah, this is what happens when you put a little moisture in the air. It's pretty exciting. So anyhow, I digress. I had mentioned on Tuesday that we're going to kind of have themes for the month. And this month, we're going to be talking all about mindset. So it's not necessarily something you think about when you think about a health coach or your health in general, right? Mindset doesn't often play in our minds a big role. We think about things like sleep, and we think about things like nutrition, and we exercise and that kind of stuff. But really, mindset has such a huge role to play in our health. And yesterday for our first Share Wednesday, I posted what is the thing that you can do that helps you boost your mood or helps you turn from kind of meh to feeling good again, right? And a lot of you posted something to do with the outdoors. That was sort of a running theme in at least 75, 80% of the posts that we had. And it was maybe sitting out in your backyard in a beautiful spot and having some peace and quiet outside. Some of you, it was going for a walk or a run or being active somehow outside. Some of you, it was actually just breathing in the outdoors and allowing that to kind of replenish your mood and breathing out the negativity that you had. But the outdoors played that role in that kind of shift. And, that's true for me too. It's one of the reasons I get out almost every single morning for a walk, because that is what sets my mood up for the rest of the day. Even if I'm tired, even if I had a crappy night of sleep, even if I've got a bajillion and one things going on and I feel like I really can't afford even 20 minutes for a quick spin around the block, the truth is that I can't afford not to, because that is what sets up my mood. That's what sets up my mindset for the rest of the day. And today was just extra special with this downpour of a thunderstorm overhead, washing away all the crap in the air, excuse my language, and just really freshening everything up. It's actually, this is the first day, and I can't tell you how long that I still have the sliding door open in my living room, because it's still actually really nice outside. So I want to shift from that and stick with the mindset thing. But my question today for you guys is, what holds you back from even starting a new kind of venture? Or if you feel like there's something in your life that you want to change, what is the thing that keeps you from actually going forward? I want to talk about this idea that we as women, first of all, we think we have to take care of everybody else first, right? And then we get to take care of ourselves. And that becomes very problematic, because truth be told, we cannot take care of everybody else unless we're taking care of ourselves first. It's just, it's like a simple equation. It's why when you're on an airplane, they actually have you put your mask on first before you help the child sitting next to you or the adult or whoever needs your assistance, right? Because if you don't get your oxygen and you pass out, you're useless to everybody. In fact, you become a burden, right? And I think the same is true for our health in everyday life. If we take care of ourselves first, then we can take care of everybody else. So that is definitely a mindset shift for a lot of us, because we have been trained through culture, through our own upbringing, through our peers, through standards that we're presented with, right? Social media, movies, I mean, we could go on and on. But we're presented with this notion that we take care of everybody else first. And then if there's time, we do something nice for ourselves. And that is definitely a mindset shift a mindset that I like to challenge my clients to shift. And I would like to challenge you to shift as well, if that is a mindset that you find yourself having. I have to take care of work first. I have to take care of my kids first. I have to take care of my neighbors first. I have to take care of the volunteer commitment that I have first. I have to take, right? How many things can you list that you feel like you have to take care of first before you can take care of you? And be totally honest with yourself, right? We'll talk later about what it actually means to take care of ourselves. But for right now, I want you to just think about that in terms of your mindset. Do you put everyone else first before you put yourself first? And what does that look like? And what does it look like to shift that? Just the mental part of it, just the mindset. What does that look like to put your own mask on first before you help the person next to you when you're on that flight? So that is my challenge for you today, is to really walk away and kind of internalize that and really think about it. Because I cannot tell you how many times I talk to women, they're like, oh my gosh, I would really love to work with you, or I'd really love to do a health program, whether it's mine or somebody else's, right? They'd really love to focus on their health, but I don't have the time. I don't have the money. I don't have the resources. I don't have the support. What is it for you? What do you not have that you're waiting for before you actually put yourself first, before you actually take care of yourself? What is it, that thing you're waiting for? It's a mythical thing, right? Is it time? Is it money? Is it support? Is it, I don't know, throw it out there in the comments, right? What is the thing that you're waiting for before you actually take care of yourself and do the thing that you want to do for you? Because I'm here to tell you, if you are sitting there waiting for the perfect time, it's never going to happen. It's just a little secret between you and me. It's never going to happen. If you are waiting for the perfect time to do something for you, it's not going to happen. There is no perfect time. You have to create it for yourself. You have to tell the people in your life, guess what? I'm doing this for me. And when I do it for me, it's going to benefit all of you. So that's why I'm doing it for me. It's one of the reasons, right? You have to set up the time. You have to set up the money. You have to set up the support. It's not going to come to you. We have to create that for ourselves. So if you're using all those things as excuses for why you're not getting into an exercise routine, why you're not deciding to change your dietary habits right now, why you're not going to a women's group that you really would like to go to, why you're not starting the book club, why you're not, right? If you find yourself using those excuses, what you really need to ask yourself is, why am I coming up with excuses right now? I could figure out all that situation. And trust me, I have been on the end of making the excuses and then figuring out how actually I can join the business program that I want to join that costs $10,000 a year, even though I'm not making that money. My husband's not. We're using all his money to live off of. Where's the $10,000 going to come from? Let me get creative about that, right? I could figure it out. When I was working full-time, supporting a husband in a PhD program, had 2 very small children at home, it would have been very easy to say, I don't have time to go for my runs anymore. I don't have time to walk the dog anymore. But that was a choice that I had to make for my own mental sanity and my physical health. That was, no, actually, there is time for me to accomplish this. So ask yourself, why are you creating all those excuses? And do you really want the thing that you say you want? If that really is your goal, sit with yourself for a little while. If that's really your goal, what is stopping you from going after it? So this is a deep conversation, right? This is not airy and fluffy. I'm not saying, okay, here's your task for today is go out and move your body for 20 minutes, right? We'll get there at some point. I wanted to start us off with a bang in September. September, we're going to be talking a lot about mindset in different kinds of ways. And I am diving straight into the heart of the matter with you guys because I think it is that critical. Your situations don't change. Lives don't change unless we face our fears, unless we figure out why we're throwing excuses out at ourselves. Nothing's going to change. And what happens if nothing changes a year from now, or 5 years from now, or 10 years from now? And if anything, your health has started declining because nothing has changed, right? What happens then? What does that look like for you? So what are the excuses you're throwing out at yourself, right? What are the reasons you are coming up with for not doing the health thing that you want to do right now? Throw it out there. Let's have a conversation about it. And we will be back next week talking more about this mindset thing. So I want you to really kind of contemplate it over the weekend, right? Tomorrow we're going to have some wins to announce on the page. So you can even think today, what is the thing about my mindset that I would like to shift? And tomorrow when I post, what's your win? You can declare that and you can say, this is the mindset that I've had and this is what I'm going to do to start shifting it. Because that is probably the biggest win you could give yourself this week. So I hope you guys all have a fabulous rest of your Thursday. I'm going to take my cup of coffee and my work outside. It stopped raining. It's very wet, but I am so happy that I have a cool, wet environment. By cool, by the way, I mean about 75. It's not actually that cool, but it's perfect. So go enjoy that while it lasts because it's still supposed to get to 100 today, but not yet. So I'm going to go continue my fabulous mindset this morning. And my shift, is I've got some really exciting things coming up in my business and I can feel myself saying, should I really do this? Should I not do it? I don't know. So I have to go sit with myself and ask myself, why am I holding myself back? What is the mindset that I need to adopt? What is the thing that I need to shift so that I can keep going forward and achieving my goals in the way that I want? So lots of love to all of you. Mwah. It was great to see you. Kristen, thanks for joining me. I have been watching you on here. And I will see you lovely ladies very, very soon. Have a blessed day.